Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, and I hope that you're ready to get extreme, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking about the confirmed reworks of Cyclops and Gambit alongside the Extreme X-Men. So that's what we're going to be doing in the blog today. We're going to be maybe taking a look at some of the kits, because the kits can get pretty lengthy, and I don't want that to be the main focus of the blog video. We have things like the events to take a look at for next week, see how bad the tables are, or what events we're looking at. So it depends on how much time we have. But I've already started to upgrade my characters to gear 16, or Cyclops anyways. My Gambit was already leveled. Obviously, you guys are probably going to have him up to 17 anyways for Apocalypse. But now that basically confirms that if you want to take Gambit up to Dark Dimension 6, for gear tier 18, then that's perfectly okay, because you're going to be using them anyways, and I actually did. Now, I did it as a means to an end, but now I'm glad that at least I'm going to get some value out of that. As far as T4s go for Cyclops, this is just what I had before. So, we'll take a look at what's necessary and whatnot, maybe. And I think there'll be a completely separate video talking about the breakdown of the kits themselves. But from the strike time, if you got a chance to watch this or not, watch it after this video, that basically they confirmed that, yeah, most of the stuff a lot of the stuff is going to be raid based, but they're still going to have value outside of the raid. So I'm thinking more of a Project Pegasus kind of team. That's kind of what we should expect as far as how good do they perform outside of raids, basically. But we'll see. And so if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. So here are some of the images here for both all Nightcrawler, Sunspot, and Forge, the new characters, of course, that were confirmed via the rumors previously that I talked about the other day, and then Gambit and Cyclops here. The strike times here as well. It wasn't a super exciting strike time. If you haven't watched it already, it's just basically going over, the animations, what they look like in their, using them in Incursion 2.2. Also, it was stated that if you build them, it is simmable, at least up to 2.3. I think they confirmed, or 2.2, that you could do it that way, and it was completely simmable. So no worries there. Nightcrawler has a lot of shenanigans with turn bar. Sunspot, I think, is a damage-based character with some charges, and Forge gives charges, and he's the support character, so kind of what to expect. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So we have, obviously, the events coming up next week, and Ghost Rider Robbie to the Cosmic Crucible store. So farmable next week sometime. Now, it could be up to Friday. Some people were wondering whether or not Miss Marvel Hardlight was going to be farmable this week, because they said in the previous blog she did come out today, and she's in the raid store. So this could be all the way up to Friday. So don't panic if he's not in it when you think he will be. Nightcrawler's offer release on December the 15th. Now, if you took a look at there was an event image, things like that was floating around on social media. I think his actual free-to-play event, though, is not going to be like until end of December even. So it's going to be pretty late. So yeah, you don't really need to invest early into these characters unless you're going heavy into them, because you can't really use them as a full sim team until they're all out anyways. So if you're going to buy anyone, it's probably going to be the last character, because I think that's going to be the most important, but not the first character to come out. So Extreme X-Men, obviously we know this is for mutant raid teams. I'm not going to really go over this whole thing here. They're still putting the finishing touches on the Extreme X-Men and X-Men updates. So the kits, oh, okay, so we don't even get the kits. But they kind of talked about it a little bit, and they didn't really change too much when it came to Cyclops. It seems like he's still going to, if you ever played with him in the past, he's probably going to do all of the same things that he used to do, which is basically get those charges, maybe put a couple of debuffs, which he does have on his basic with defense down and things like that, and slow for 2 turns on his ultimate. Expect his ultimate to just to wipe a wave, essentially, when he has a lot of charges. The funny thing about this is like Cyclops's kind of third run. There was the original Uncanny X-Men, and then there was like the Magic redo, and then now this one. So it's gonna be quite funny. As far as the T4 goes, I think you're probably gonna still want to have that passive, because he's gonna have this, and my square's blocking the way, and maybe I can drag it down there. But basically, on an ally's turn, he gains 2 charges instead of 1. So I think the passive is going to be one of the most important things, and also slow for 2 turns is still going to be on there for his ultimate. But unfortunately, yeah, might not get the full kit rundown. We don't get any of them, actually, in fact. So Hero Global Mutant Brawler. So Global Brawler for Nightcrawler. Again, if you really want to kind of take a look at some of the kit stuff, or the lore stuff here, feel free to read about it here. Nightcrawler is a speed demon featuring high speed and damage stats. His hit points is also insanely high, like Apocalypse level high. if you watch the strike time, they kind of go over the stats a little bit in the ISO window, and he had an insane amount. Like, I think they're probably maxed out, but it was basically like 3.6 million hit points with ISOs for Nightcrawler. It was absolute insane. He fills speed bar for himself and his X-Men allies, clears all positive effects from all enemies while dealing a ton of damage. He also has a rebound chain with infinite range. He also, I believe, has a exposed mechanic. I'm pretty sure that was mentioned or shown in the strike time, so I believe there's an exposed mechanic on this team. Whether or not it's Nightcrawler, I think it's Nightcrawler, but I don't know because it's not going to be mentioned in here. Forge, we have our hero global mutant support, X-Treme X-Men, of course, and Forge he has this weird mechanic where he's got inventions. He starts on spawn with an invention, and the reason why I say that is because there's 3 inventions, and they do different things to Forge, and it's random. So that's something that they're probably going to have to bring into the actual, when they release the kits on it, and really talk about that. It was mentioned in the strike time, and so there's going to be an RNG kind of random nature to Forge, and I don't know how that's going to impact. It's probably not going to impact Sims, but it might impact things like if you're using them in other game modes. Bolstered with high resistance and defense stats, he keeps his allies in the battle with powerful heals, applying positive effects, granting charged for X-Men allies. You can also revive. Of course, every raid team has a revive mechanic nowadays, just in case, right? It's that oh shit button, essentially. For an encore, Forge creates a new invention on each turn by way of his passive ability. So that's what I was talking about there. We kind of need to get the details of what kind of buffs Forge gets with each invention. But basically, it's like his eyepiece, his gun, and a shoulder cannon or something. So they all do different things, but we don't really know the full details of what that is yet. Now, Sunspot, of course, being another X-Men character. He's been on a lot of different teams. He's on the X-Treme X-Men. He's another blaster with high focus. So just like Cyclops, who's also a blaster. So he's going to be the other damage character, I suppose. He not only scorches enemies with painful attacks, but he acts as a battery by generating ability energy for X-Men allies and providing a major damage boost, so probably through his passive. Sunspot also applies a slew of negative effects with his abilities, and his ultimate can strip one charged from all enemies. That's kind of interesting, because some characters just have a single charge as well. So I guess this might be more valid in, say, modes like Cosmic Crucible and War, when you're going up against potentially charged enemies, that this could have some value there. Now, 1 does not seem like a lot, so I don't know how many characters just only use a single charge. But, hey, let me know in the comments down below what kind of usage you could see of Sunspot against other characters with that 1 charge, because I'd be really interested about that. He's also a global blaster, and the reason why I bring this up is because in the Green Goblin trials, there was that section for global blasters, and so now you have Gambit, Sunspot, and Cyclops, all 3 of them being global blasters. This is a team of blasters with a support character and a brawler from Nightcrawler as far as their classes go. So that's pretty interesting and might make that section a little bit easier because they're combining their synergy. So just something to kind of note for that one as well. But Sunspot's probably going to be like the very end. So I don't know, expect him in like mid-January probably as an offer release. It's going to be a little while out still until we get him. Cyclops and Gambit updates. They're getting a little. I don't expect much from Gambit, but Cyclops is getting a little bit. Gambit now gains additional charges, while Cyclops has not only received stat boosts, but his ultimate can now clear revive. 40 charges. That's big. Both of those are big. Clear revives. So if he's ulting and he clears revive once, that's probably what it's suggesting. That is huge. So if you're going up in War or Crucible against any Dormammu-based teams, that could be really big too, because you're automatically gonna cleanse that. Right, and so that's a pretty big thing. Hopefully it clears the revive before you hit. I don't know if that happens. I think, if you kill them with a damage skill, it they still revive. Or did they clear it first? I don't remember. But let's hope it does clearing first. Nightcrawler, again, going to be the first character coming out December 15th. As far as spending on Nightcrawler goes, again, he's not going to be, if you really want to build him, go ahead. But, he's the first new character, but the 3rd character on the team. Therefore, you're not going to really make much use of this, until the full team comes online. So I don't think there's any really imperative to do this unless there's a core spending milestone that might come out. And I guess we'll find out down below as well. So we'll see what's in there. Red stars, blah, 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 blah. New character poll, Mercs for money. Don't miss our latest new character poll where you get to help pick a new character to join the upcoming Mercs for Money team. Okay. So they've already said there's a new Mercs team coming out. This vote goes live on December 12th, and you'll have 1 week to vote on that. Okay, Lady Deadpool. Oh, new characters. Lady Deadpool. Interesting. Wanda Wilson, a female variant of Deadpool. Okay. Deadpool 2099. I didn't know that was Warda Wilson. Was that supposed to be also Wanda? Was that a typo? Hails from the year 2099. Okay. Are these brand new characters or are these actually characters that we've seen before? Panda Pool. An anthropomorphic. Okay, that I know exactly. I'm picking Panda Pool. I hope everyone picks Panda Pool. We're going to get a panda in the game. Better be there. Better be. I want to see photos of this. We're getting Panda Pool. Everyone better vote Panda Pool. Okay, we're going to do a separate video. We're going to be talking about the merits of Panda Pool in a separate video to vote. This is going to be on the 12th. We're going to be talking. We're going to talk about more of this because everyone should vote Panda Pool. Friday free claim, that's there as well. Let's talk about the events. X-Force Frostbite, ISO 8 campaign energy, and battling in Cosmic Crucible. So at least this is probably a solo milestone for Cosmic Crucible. Learn more points for using Superior 6 members and unleash your new crew. So let's open this up. That's on December the 11th. So that means expect a event video for Sunday morning, since this will be on Monday starting. Let's take a look. And we have, where's the event item actually? It's not listed. Oh no, okay, let's zoom out. Sorry. There we go. So the sled pool over there at milestone. What is that? Milestone. My camera's in the way. Milestone 15, 14, 16. Fuck, I can't even see. I'm blind. Anyways, it's over here. And there's 7 Red Star X-Force characters, but that's pretty garbage now. There's really not much. I wouldn't say it's a very good event. There's really not much in there in terms of things that you need. Are there any augmented uniques? I don't know. It doesn't look. Oh, there's some over here. It's just such a wide chart, I guess. I don't see any uniques in here, though, which doesn't seem very great. But let's see the scoring. Anyways, we have ISO 8 campaign energy. There's no limit. It's 1-to-1, but you don't really get that much, right? So don't expect much to come from this. Cosmic Crucible Battle, 7,200. Superior 6 at Gear Tier 16. Lizard, Spider Slayer, Craven. This one, it's a 7-day event. This doesn't seem very good. Now, you need 24,400 points to get the sled pool. For being 1-to-1 for ISO 8 energy, you get something like, I want to say like 12, without looking at my charts, I think it's like 1,200 energy if you do coring. But over 7 days, that's not a lot. And so this is going to be pretty tight as far as the math goes. You're going to basically need to use... I mean, it has limits. This one's really tough. Well, I guess we'll find out on Sunday when I break down the math, but it doesn't look very good. Also, the rewards don't look very good. So I hope it's easy to do, which I'm not sure it is. But other than that, really, it's just doing it for the event stuff. The rewards are not very good. Obviously, you're getting more teal stuff, which is always great to have. Put it in your stocks. But other than that, it seems like a pretty terrible event. Oh, there's the web milestone. Okay, that's probably what's going to bridge the gap there. So, oh, fuck. Earn Blitz credits. I don't want to Blitz. Not for 7 days. To hit the rewards, cold hard cash, and oh my god, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so we're getting milestone points. How much is that? 900, 1,200, 1,400 per day over 7 days. So, okay, that's going to make up the difference there. Cold hard cash. Oh, Blitz credits. How much? 1,800? I don't know how many that is off the top of my head without checking. I think the average now is like 20 Blitz credits per win, so it might not be that bad. It might just be a couple of rotations, but I still don't want to have to Blitz, damn it. Especially not during the holiday season. Please, just like leave Blitz alone. Okay, so we'll have more details on that on Sunday. Sub-Zero Warfare, the alliance-based event for War, is coming back. I'm just gonna really quickly take a look at that. It doesn't look too much different. But yeah, so expect to get. So if you're an active alliance, expect to get somewhere down into the milestone 16, 17, or 18. I might cover this as well in the same video as X-Force Frostbite, since it's starting on the same day. Anyways, quick rumble for Bifrost, that's fine. Cosmic Crucible reward improvements. We hope that everyone is enjoying the latest season of Cosmic Crucible. Diamond Dawn orbs, make sure you continue to impress, blah, 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 blah. Only be available in the weekly Cosmic for this season only. Next season will feature Diamond orbs. Okay, so I guess by next season that they're saying that they're going to open up Diamond Dawn orbs more broadly, I hope. Look forward to this even better reward coming soon. End of the current season. Okay, well, you can see the end of the season in the game. So I hope this means that we're going to be getting more Diamond Dawn orbs just more broadly in the game. I hope that's what it's trying to tell us. Mythic trait, Mystery Cloak and Dagger. Kestrel's new home will be in Dark Dimension 1. Interesting. Ultimus moving into Dark Dimension 3. Ultron will get a Red Star update. Ooh, you get a 5 Red Star Ultron now. I think it was 4 before. What happens to that people who already done it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, so we're going to get it for free? Cool. I think that's what it says. In 7.6. Okay, that's cool. Number of economy updates, accessibility, orange catalyst orb. I think, is this the Ultimus store? I think this is the Ultimus store, isn't it? No? Who buys these anyways? On the Ultra Supplies editions. 3 slots rotating for 30 most recent characters. Cool. This is pretty interesting. For Ultimus Crest, you can buy character shards straight out. That's good. That's nice. Honestly, I just blew all my credits. I just opened the orbs, but it is what it is. Ultra supply orbs supplies for purple stuff. It doesn't really matter. One final note, there will be a blog published tomorrow on Saturday explaining changes to the incursion raid. All right, guys, so we're going to be sitting here waiting to do another blog post tomorrow afternoon, and we'll see what happens. So as always, everything in this is subject to change. You never know, right? And so we'll hear more on the blog post tomorrow, and then of course there'll be the event stuff on Sunday morning. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, that's going to be the end of this video, everyone. Hope you all have a great weekend, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Have a great weekend. Boilon signing out.